watching Greatness Quest. I'm Trevor Crane, and every week I'm bringing you someone extraordinary who is a friend of mine, a mentor, a leader, an extraordinary business owner, and today is Jack Lanham, President, CEO, the man, my friend, from People First International. Nice to be here.
Oh, it's awesome to be with you, always.
Well, thank you, and we're in your home right here in South Florida. We're in Pembroke Pines.
Yes.
And in your backyard. And when I first met Jack, I think has it been 10 years, or has it been like 8?
Close to 10, yeah.
Okay, so I'm confused, but we met when Jack was training his program called People First when it originally came out, and I got his first, when I saw him, I was blown away. And Jack actually is the author of many books, but these are a couple of them. This is People First, Achieving Balance in an Unbalanced World. And he has a leadership program that he actually delivers to amazing companies all over the world. He's worked with some big Fortune 500, Fortune 100 companies, and also small companies as well. It's all about this focus of people first. But here's what's neat, is when I saw Jack, hold on, I put your book down before I even mentioned it. The other book, which I absolutely love, is called Untapped Potential. And so, my camerawoman is telling me to hold that up. Here's his book called Untapped Potential. His other one called People First, phenomenal. Best-selling author, phenomenal motivator, and what I saw him do the first time we got together was break a brick with his bare hand. Because Jack is a super-duper black belt. That's my super-duper black. So after his first presentation, I said, who can I study with? I would love to have martial arts. And he said, I would love to have a martial arts instructor. And he said, you can study with me. So I got to come to his house for the first time, and I've never seen this martial arts device before. So tell me, what is this?
This is a very sophisticated hat rack. No, I'm kidding. This is called, Chinese call this a muk zheng. And this is, the Chinese translation is called the wooden dummy.
Okay.
And so this is what they did. The Chinese, this is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years old. This came right from China. And I've been working and training for 50 years now in the different arts,
and
Chinese
you have
arts.
multiple martial arts. You're a black belt in how many different martial
6
arts?
different styles.
Okay. See, he's 6 different styles of martial arts, and we studied Kung Fu. You started sharing Walu Kung Fu.
Right, exactly.
And you are not just a black belt. There's different dans, right? What's the...
10th degree black.
And does it get any higher than 10th degree?
No, that's
black?
it.
Yeah, so that's about as high as you can get. So,
right.
Yeah. And also one of the first things he did, a lot of strength exercise. I remember he's like, punch me right here.
Go ahead.
There you go, as hard as you can. So, and I remember when I was first here and going through instruction, that was one of the first, he's like, you have to hit me as hard as you can right here. And I did, and he just takes it. Like, man, I'm not going to do that here, but I don't want to. I'm so much stronger now than I used to be. I might knock you over. Right. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So this, the Chinese said that, so we will not kill each other. And I'm making fun of them. My grandmaster actually talked like this. Okay, I love all the Asians. I was raised by Asians. So the grandmaster said, and so we will do not kill each other. Chinese ancient history developed wooden dummy. So human beings cannot take all of the beating we do on this. And so what we do with this, it develops the hand strength, iron palm. It turns the radial bone into steel. It's the density, the bone density is insane. The ulnar bone is insane density. This right here, the tibia, you break 3 baseball bats with this. Your hands, your fists become weapons.
Now, this is reminding me, you're taking me back to the
Yes.
first visit I ever had to your house,
Right.
where you shared all this work that you've done.
Right.
And also, you're a world record holder in using this in breaking ice, right?
Yeah, right.
So tell me just about that real quick, because this is the application of what you're talking about.
Yeah, our Kung Fu master, Daniel K. Pai, 10th degree black, Grandmaster Pai, he introduced breaking ice in the United States. And so it's these long blocks of ice. They're 150 pounds apiece, and they're a foot in width there. And so he would take them, and with the iron palm, he would take and break this ice, just crush hundreds of pounds of ice. So I learned about the iron palm technique and breaking ice. And so I started doing that, just work up to ice, and I got up to 3,150 pounds of ice of breaking. So if you ever have a party and you want someone to break ice for cocktails, I'm the guy. Just don't break. Just don't get in front of it because they'll crush you.
Billion pieces. All right. So
Right.
what did you end up? What did you break? What was the world record?
It was 3,150 pounds of ice. So they took me up. We've got its own. You can go to YouTube and see me doing it. So I'm strapped in. They got my engineers built the whole outfit to stack the ice up. Then they had me strapped in because I'm over the ice like this. And I do it with a 6-inch. The specialty is do it with a 6-inch iron palm strike. So I'm only right here. That I start when I hit that I keep on going down to my hand is about this far past my feet.
Right.
And so when I break it, you actually see the ice. I'm in the middle of the ice as I'm going down in the middle of it. And they have me harnessed because if I get trapped inside it, it'll crush me. So I'm crushing, breaking all the ice.
That's awesome.
And I love doing that in the seminars. So anyway, the energy is just a phenomenal energy. But anyway, let me show you something on this.
Please, please.
So,
Well, here, let's do this.
Okay.
I'm going to have you beat the heck out of this thing.
Okay.
I was scared you're going to have me do it. So,
Okay.
But I want to know more about this. We're going to take a quick break. So
All right.
as soon as we come back, you're going to see what this device is used for and how you can go ahead and apply the principles that he teaches. And we're going to go ahead and see you back in just a minute. You're watching Greatness Quest. I'm Trevor Crane. This is Jack Lanham, my Sifu Walu Kung Fu instructor. And you're going to see him in just a second. All right. You're back. You're watching Greatness Quest with Trevor Crane and Kung Fu Master Jack Lanham. I'm so confused. So, in this, Jack, why are we looking at all this Kung Fu stuff and talking about this, and how is it relevant to someone who has a business or wants to be successful or wants to be an entrepreneur? Because I met you at a business training seminar and you're doing all this martial arts stuff. So, before we get into this, and before you break this, he does this with his hand, I think. I don't know what you're going to break this with, but this will be coming up soon too. Tell me why this, tell whoever's watching this, why this is valuable.
I'm 67 now, and I started the Kung Fu when I was 17 years old. And people will say, well, how does this connect to you being successful in business? It has everything to do with it. Everything. And my grandmaster, see, you need a model. Mm-hmm. You have to have a model. And then with that model, if that model can become your mentor, it is just unbelievable.
Completely agree.
And so my grandmaster, this was a 10th degree black, Chinese guy, the best in the world. He had 50,000 students all across the United States, schools all across America. Massively successful businessman, brilliant man. He was a general in the military. And so this man, when I was 17 years old, he hugged me. And that hugging of me and taking me in and talking to me about who I was and really honoring me and putting me first, it changed my life. He was humble. Another one of my grandmasters that he told me, he said, you are faster than me. So your hands are faster than my hands. And for a person to say that, here I'm this young man, and he's way beyond me in the martial art, but to say my hands are faster than his hands, I never had a teacher say that I'm better than my teacher. Never. So that humility, that's what I want to connect this to.
Okay.
So what this did for me, see the whole thing with people first,
right.
This is how it all started. My grandmaster put me first. Humble.
Rather than saying, always being your superior, in this case, you're giving an example where he said, you're better than me at this.
Right.
And he hugged you and cared about you and treated you like
loved me.
Which was a unique experience for
Right,
you.
totally. I didn't, to have a man of his stature to hug me, to embrace me, like I was his son, it transformed me.
So now, why do I want to know, so how does that relate to someone watching right now? How can they use this to be successful?
Because with him, what it did for me, as far as a business practice relating to business, that people work with people that they like.
Okay, completely agree.
They like them. As soon as they like them, what's the next thing to go into? That I'd like to know you. Why do they like them? Because he liked me first. He put me first. He wasn't trying to compare, prove, compete, or impress me with who he was. I'm the Grandmaster. You grasshopper. There was none of that. He was really honoring to me. So he put me first. And part of the whole Chinese salute, it's like the military, we salute here, and in the Chinese style, this stands for power.
Okay.
And your hand over this hand, it stands for humility. And so the salute is not, we don't bow like the Koreans or Japanese do. The Chinese, they have the hand like this. This stands for power. Then we say the hand over this stands for humility. We're not showing the power. The power is in a sheath. The power is covered up. We're not arrogant. You're not being hubristic. You're not excessively arrogant. Look at me. It's all about look how powerful I am. See who I am? It's like this. You have it. You know you've got it.
Right.
But no one else knows you have it. But you use that power. Here's his phrase. That willpower is the power of making other people powerful. His whole thing was, I got to make you powerful. I'm not a good teacher until I've taught you and you're better than me. And his whole thing was, I want you better than me. I'm going, you're a grandmaster. I'm a kid. But that never left me.
And so you've transitioned that lesson then
Yes.
into what you do with small, medium, big, huge companies.
Yes.
And how does that pay? I mean, what are we talking about? Make that connection for me, because I now understand the 17-year-old having the mentor who treated them as a valued human.
Mm-hmm.
And now all the lessons you got, I mean, how do we transition that into business success?
Humility is the skill that's missing. We hire the guys who come out of schools with their PhDs, with their MBAs, your top business schools. The one thing that no one's taught is humility.
And what is humility?
Humility is putting the other person first. Humility is you're not self-absorbed. You're not a prisoner of your own self-importance. You're not always talking to the other person about you. And you know when a person's humble, number one, they don't interrupt. They don't overtalk. They're the best listeners in the world. They're like this. And they get through the conversation, they go, wow, your listening ability is unbelievable. Never taught that. No one ever teaches you that. So my grandmaster, he would just be listening. And I was going, I'm running out of things to say. Then he would ask questions and engage me. And one of the major problems in all the businesses face all over the world is engagement. They don't know how to engage people.
So this is when you're working with a company, and I just recognize that I interrupted you.
No,
That's my job here.
right. No, it's fine.
Yeah, humility. So at any rate, you work with business owners then who have employees, and you teach these principles to them on how they treat their employees and have employees treat each other.
That's right.
And you're saying that the main challenge that businesses around the country, around the world are having is?
It is low engagement and poor execution. And when we say that really the people first, this is what happened with my grandmaster, is treating people, three things. Treating people with dignity, respect, and honor. That's what I learned. And that whole thing, right now we're teaching at Berkshire Hathaway Company, that's a billion-dollar company, MyTech, and the chairman of the board answers directly to Warren Buffett. They have thousands of employees all over the world on their way to becoming a multi-billion-dollar company. This is our 4th year of contract working with them, and they don't like this. They love it. They say, this is how we're growing our company, our acquisitions. We bring the People First book in, and we talk to them not about what we do or how we do it. We talk to them about who we are and why we do it. We're a People First company, and we put people first.
Right. So when we come back, he's going to break this brick like I promised, and we're going to do a live webinar, and we're going to take some of the content he only delivers to his private clients and give it to you on the most important principle for your success.
Yes, it's an assessment on humility. People don't know how humble they are. They've never been assessed.
And it's an assessment that you're going to do with us live. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
You're watching Greatness Quest. I'm Trevor Crane on the Whatever It Takes Network. Greatness Quest, I'm Trevor Crane, and yes, these are real bricks. I'm here with Jack Lanham, who has been my Sifu, my Kung Fu master for years ago, and also phenomenal success expert and business leadership trainer. And so there's a reason why you're tuning in here to go ahead and see him break this. Jack, talk to my group here, to everybody watching, and what has been your secret to your success? This is Greatness Quest. What's been your secret to success and being phenomenal?
Thank you for asking me. The one word that applies to this. Okay. And so I wanted, when I saw my grandmaster break this brick, a brick like this, all right? Mm-hmm. When I saw him break this at 17 years old, I'm going, how in the world do you do this? And so here's the one word for success. Are you in a position right now where you say, I've got to make more money? Jack, I've got to get this next job. I'm going in for an interview. Jack, what can you give me? I want real world strategies. I don't want fluff and stuff and the blah, blah, blah. I want something I can use today. Well, I'm going to give it to you right now. Here it is. Here's the one word. Ready? Put your hands like this. It's crazy to do it anyway. The one word is focus. Focus on what? Well, I'm going to tell you that. The Grandmaster said, if you're going to break this brick, you must what? The mind can't be everywhere else. It's got to be focused on one single thing. For you to make money, you got to be focused on one single thing. And I'm going to show you this. It's about people. It's always about people. And so if you're thinking about you, you're not putting them first. So you got to focus on putting the other person first. They're not going to like you. They're not going to listen to you. They're going to know. And then you're talking about you, pressing them about you. They're never going to be into you. You want them to get into you. How do you get them to get into you? You have to get into them. Put them first. So the Grandmaster said, focus. So I can't break this brick if I don't focus. My mind, everything in my being, all 1 trillion cells in my being, all 100 billion neurons in this brain have to be focused on one thing. Must break brick.
You're not going to be thinking about tomorrow stuff.
No. Right.
Focus right here.
And for them, for you, in making money, what do you want to do? I got to make money. So what's this wallet like what's the bank account like right now? What's your car like? What's your house like? You have goals. You have a vision where you want to go. The only way you're going to get there is this. I'm going to give you 12 words. It's a secret. This is the secret. This has changed my life. We work with multi-billion-dollar companies, and they love these 12 words. Here it is. The 12 words. Let no one seek his own, but each one the other's well-being. That's profound. In that, it's billions of dollars. The treasures, you need to mine that, but it's about focusing on what? People first. Other people first. And so people say, well, I got to make the education. Yeah. You know, it's about I got to get my MBA. I got to do that. Well, listen, I hire all those. So we hired one 6 years ago, had his MBA. Guess what he did? He came out like this. Guess how he introduced himself? I'm not going to say his name. I am William, MBA Harvard. Get down lower. Yes. So he wanted to relegate you to a subhuman position. Okay. It's all about him. You look who I am. No one cares about you. Do you get that? They don't give a flip about who you are, how much money, what I've done. Who cares about me? I don't want to impress you with me. I want to impress you with you. I want to impress you with who you are. So you said, Jack, you into sales? Yes, I am. I'm into selling you on you. I want to sell you on you. How amazing you are. So all of a sudden doing Breaking the Brick, I even come from Planet Kung Fu. Oh, I'm just visiting your planet to show you something. Anybody can learn this. If I can learn to do this, it's just learning what? Skill mastery. Mastering these skills. It's a system that I'm going to show you in this webinar on one word. We're going to focus on. We'll give you an assessment. The one word is, don't miss this, humility. How does that translate? There's an old wise proverb. It's thousands and thousands of years old. Here it is. Don't forget this. It's an Asian proverb. Ready? That humility comes before honor. Let me repeat that. Let that sink in. Humility comes before honor. What do we want? The gateway to be successful. I want honor. I want people to recognize me. I'm the greatest guy that's walked over. You see who I am? Look at my car. Look at my home. Look at the babe I've got beside me. Look, it's me. No, that's not humble. You're never going to be successful. Someone said, what a tragedy to climb the ladder of success only to discover the ladder is leaning against the wrong wall. I'm successful. And how many times have you been married? 7. And how many kids do you have? A lot. Are you in their lives? No. Who loves you? Nobody. But I've got my money. See, that's crazy. So humility is having everything you want, but the balance with your relationships, with your family, your friends. You got that balance. We got the money, but it's not about you impressing people with who you are. It's about being more impressed with them. So the webinar, you're going to learn this. You're going to learn an assessment, a 25-point assessment. They'll let you look at you. It's all about what? Self-awareness. You're going to have an assessment that's going to show you what everybody else sees you. Most people don't know how people see you. You talk too much. You're into you. I don't talk too much. You're the last one to figure this out. You don't know that you don't know. It's all about you're excessively arrogant. The word is hubris. Hubristic, not humble. If you're not aware of that, this is a man in the mirror, a woman in the mirror. You get to really look at you. And then we'll give you 10 points to upgrade your humility quotient, which is going to have a direct impact on your bottom line. So, brick.
I think so. And just, Jack, if you could do me a favor, then
sure.
If I ask you any more questions, can you have an opinion and get excited about it or something?
That's the problem.
Because I mean, you're so calm, you're so mellow. It's like I want to bring you people like this because he's changed my life, and I want you to have these tools and resources because it's not like he's making this stuff up in his head. He's living it, and I can't wait to see this brick. So I'm ready for the brick.
Okay, good.
Okay, I'm ready for the brick. I'm not going to do it, but I'm ready. Let's get in here. What do we got to do?
Here's how I break it. I take it and I throw it on the ground. So let me get all of my materials here and set this up here for you. So, first of all, a little story about this, that when I saw my grandmaster break the brick, I was so impressed, so blown away. I was going, this is amazing. If I could break this brick, I could date anybody in the high school, and I could, be the best football player if I could have this kind of focus and this energy. So I went to the local brickyard and actually bought a brick. And I went out there to the backyard and I was, I tried to break the brick. And I could never break the brick. So I went to my grandmaster and my mother said, son, how many classes have you had? And I said, well, I've only had one class. Maybe you need to have more classes. So I went to my grandmaster and I said, Grandmaster, I've been trying to do something. He said, what are you trying to do? I've been trying to break the brick. He says, oh, you have been trying to break brick? How long have you been in my school? Just 1 week. Oh, did you break the brick? No. He says, good. Took me 10 years to break brick. So I pulled the brick out like this, and he said, do you have the brick? I said, yes, sir. Never will forget that day. Put the brick in his hands. He looked at this. He says, do you know what you have? I said, no, sir. He said, you have a fire brick. No one breaks fire brick. Even I don't break the fire brick. So he said this, go get brick with holes in it. Big difference between fire brick and brick with holes. So I'm going to break a brick with holes in this. But this is real. Look. This is not fake. No cracks. Hasn't been cracked and put back together. Again, this is a real house brick. So here's what the Grandmaster said. Put this down because my wife, if I hurt her patio, she says, you may be 10th degree black belt in Kung Fu, but I'm 11th degree black in skillet. So she's going to come after me. So I become grasshopper around my wife. So in breaking this, the purpose is to connect it with you. It's not about me. It's three thoughts I want to bring across right now with a brick. So the first thought is focus. Grandmaster said, I asked him, what do you want to do? He says, 3 things you must do to break the brick. You must focus on the brick. Not on me holding the brick over here. You must focus on the brick. Okay, Grandmaster, focus. Second thing you must do is not hit the brick. It's follow through, hit the ground. So in your life, you got to focus on what? Focus on other people. People first. Put them first. Be the best listener in the world. Be more engaged. Ask them questions that no one else asks them. And thinking about them. What are their goals? What are their visions? Their values? What do they want to achieve in their life? What are their challenges? What are their needs? Put them first. Focus on other people. Sell people on themselves. And so the second thing, he said, focus. Second thing again is follow through. Follow through is get back with the people. Talk to them. Learn more about them. Add value to them. The third thing he said, focus, so important. Follow through. Don't hit brick, hit the ground. Third thing he said, don't ever forget. Third thing. I'm listening and thinking as a young man, what's third thing? Grandmaster, what is the third thing? He says, third thing is scream like crazy. I'm going, why do you do that? He said, because it hurt like crazy. He says, oh no, not Kung Fu comedy. He says, no, scream is the ki, and it's what you're reaching down inside of your being and giving everything you've got. So whatever you're doing, it's got to be that you love it. And you're telling people, I don't like what I do. I love what I do. I'm all in. Lean forward and get out of the way. So I'm going to break this now, and not to impress you with who I am and what I can do, but to talk to you about focus on you. Are you following through with your goals? And scream like crazy, which means passion. Do it and let everyone know, man, that guy's passionate about it. If you look at me, what I'm doing, I don't like what I do. I love what I do. I love here my brother Trevor. Love his wife Robin holding the camera over here, doing a great job with this. She says, going to break the brick, my arms are killing me. She's better to walk into the pool. So here we go. I'm going to break this. So I'm going to use the cloth. The cloth, there's nothing magical about the cloth at all, except for hidden hammer in the cloth. So I'm going to use this to put over it and to smack the brick. My goal is not to hit the brick. I hit it, hold it sideways like this. The skill is important, it's critical. I don't hit it like this. Grandmaster said, you do it like this, you'll break handy, not break brick. So I'll break the bone. So it's a padding in the hand, fingers held apart, hit on that side of the hand, the padding, and then I have to not hit the brick, but hit the ground. So, here we go. Looking at it, drive all the way through to the ground. Ah! Now someone said, did it hurt your hand? No, just crushed my hand. I must take a break and cry now. So here we go. Busted a brick. So in doing this, what's this represent? Barriers, real barriers that you have in your life. So how are you going to break through those barriers? What did I do? Focus. You've got to focus. Focus on what? Not on how great you are, but how great others are. Introduce them to themselves. Second thing is what? Follow through. Don't start it. Follow through. You said, Jack, I failed. Fall down 7 times. Get up 8. Third thing, scream like crazy, which means what? Passion. Let people see the passion, feel the passion. People will emulate, they'll mirror you. If you're into them, you say, you're just incredible. I like you. Start telling people before they ever tell you, I like you. But be sincere, be genuine, be authentic, not disingenuous. I like you. Trevor, I like you. Robin, I like you. But I want to go beyond that. I want to tell them real quick that I like them. And then guess what they say back to me? Well, I like you too. And I want to get to know you. Hey, I want to do business with you. I like you and I want to know you and I trust you. And then watch your life take off. And it's successful not only just here financially, but it's socially, spiritually, it's emotionally, success in every area of your life when you focus on putting people first, follow through with everything you're doing with them, and then show them the passion you have for them.
All right, I was just having a taste of this. This is the level 2 is where you don't just break the brick, you eat it. So you're watching Greatness Quest because it's here to help you become your best and achieve things in your life. And there is no better example of that than Jack Lanham. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Loved it.
For having me here and for sharing this. Now, if you want to get more of Jack Lanham, you can check him out on Think People First. Go to thinkpeoplefirst.com, and I want to see you. I'm going to gently put this down so his wife doesn't kung fu me. I want to see you every single week back here on Greatness Quest on the Whatever It Takes Network, where I'm going to introduce you to someone else phenomenal that will change your life. You can join us on the webinar on greatnessquest.com/people first. I can't wait to see you. You're watching Greatness Quest. Thank you again, Jack, and treat people first. We'll see you next week. Anything else?
You've got this guy. I love this guy, Trevor Crane. He is amazing. One of the most phenomenal guys I've met in my life. My kung fu student. He's my protege. Pouring into this guy. And if you want to learn to take your life to the next level and to be successful and make more money, you've got to listen to this guy. So you've got to tune in every week and listen to what he's got to say, because it's wisdom and it will change your life.
You're too kind. You're too kind. It's not about me. It's about you. It's about you. And I think it's time for me.
Show me some of that I taught you. Okay?
This balance board here. So, okay.
You remember this?
This is to make sure we have balance in life.
Yes.
And okay, he's doing it. Oh,
that's good.
Okay. See, I'm more of a surfer, I think. I'll be over here. As I launch myself into the pool. But I can do my I'm going to have a new world record on broken ice balance board. Kung Fu!
Good, that's good. That's excellent.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's really good.